My God. Let me show you.
This is a segment devoted to ladies. Everybody.
I'm sorry.
Governor Sununu.
Yeah, it just everything just went downhill right now.
All right,
ladies' room.
guys.
Oh,
Shuddy uppy.
Ladies' room, not
Aaron,
men's room.
you have the floor.
All right, ladies, we want to hear your first date horror stories. We actually received a couple via email and text message, and I just got to pull those up.
A phone number, by the way, 603-217-5400. Got any first date nightmares, first date yays and nays? Call the show, 603-217-5400.
I got to find Priscilla's.
Priscilla. Hi, Priscilla.
Priscilla's got, she's got a good story.
Priscilla needs to give us some follow-up to this story, too, because I had a hard time wrapping my head around what the hell
There
was
were
going
some
on
unknowns in there,
I think I got it.
Okay, maybe.
I understood what
If you
she
can
was-
explain it, then please
Yeah,
educate
I'm
me.
just trying to find the... It's way back here.
We had quite a few responses, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know why I suddenly became Canadian there, but not really sure what was up with that.
That's because.
Yeah. You got.
If you're looking for the story, I have one. Not necessarily me.
Oh, no, of course not.
No. It
Does this
wasn't.
involve Maud?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't involved Maud. So, before we had the office, I was meeting with a bride that was getting married at a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, fucking classy.
Okay, so she's like, yeah, I want coffee. Let's just meet over coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so on and so forth. We sit down, and then all of a sudden, these two individuals sit right next to the same table, sit next to us at a table close to us. And you can tell that they met on Craigslist or some form of on the internet or something, because the guy goes, so you do this very often? No, I don't. I usually don't meet guys like off of the internet and stuff. Oh, well, and then the girl goes, do you use Craigslist a lot? No, I really don't. I don't usually do this as well and stuff. And awkward science, and they're awkward silence, and they're talking and this and bullshit that and everything. And then all of a sudden, she opens up her purse, and I know she was either grabbing the lipstick or something, right? She pulls out Herpes L.
She pulls out what now?
Herpes L.
I don't know.
It's like
it's like chapstick for herpes.
Oh, lovely.
She pulls
You
it out.
can see why I wouldn't know what this is.
So it would. Oh my God! I'm looking at the bride. The bride's looking at me. I'm turning red. She's turning red. We felt bad for the guy and everything. And she's like, "Oh, this." She goes, "It's just I don't have herpes. It's just it's better medicated lip chapstick or whatever." Oh my God! I felt bad for the guy. But anyway, that was the
That's a good first
date.
All right, Aaron, what do you got?
All right, so this one comes from Scylla. It says, my first worst date. I was on a blind date that was set up by a coworker because it was her boyfriend's friend. We went out to a bar for drinks, and within an hour, he looked at me and tells me he has a box. I'm like, what do you mean that you have a box? He has a vagina. So he repeated. He just throughout the night he just kept repeating that he had a box. He drives me home and then asks if he could use the bathroom. So I let him in my very small 1-bedroom apartment. My parents were transitioning to a new home and sold their house a week before, so that a week before they could move into the new house. So from what I'm getting, her parents were living at the house too.
Yeah, right.
At this really small 1-bedroom apartment. She goes, the next thing I know, my mom, dad, and dog come out wondering who the hell is in the bathroom. He comes out to all of us staring at him. A year later, my Uncle Pete was like, Scylla, you remember the guy that you went out with who had a box?
Okay, so you think he had a vagina?
Yes.
That's what he... So, I mean, why wouldn't you just say that? Why would he keep saying I have a box? I don't fucking understand.
I have a box.
Next time
Is that a code? Is that a new thing?
I got a box.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
All right. So
Cunt
So
punt
what-
right in the box.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So-
Upper cunt.
All right. So what do we say? We have a hose? All right.
Next.
What else you got?
Oh boy. Well, Bernie, you said there was a bunch of them, but I don't see them. Shay said that she had somewhere.
Yeah, she forwarded him to the thing, Bernie said. Remember? You remember? Bernie?
Where in the
No.
box?
Check. Let me check comments at New Hampshire real quick. The mailbox.
During commercial breaks, generally speaking.
Yeah, we should be doing this.
where we get
no,
this stuff ready.
I haven't seen them. That's the thing.
No.
I don't see anything in my inbox. I have
Your
one
box?
from Joshua James something. The Nassau.
There are some cute, few little first date stories that we got here. I got them. We went to a couple people from college. We went to Taco Bell. I didn't even know it was a date. We were friends and unaware we both had crushes on each other. Long story short, he orders 20 tacos for the both of us to share, and I knew I was in love. Okay.
Aw, that's
There
not
you
a
go.
horror story. So save that shit. When we ask for great first date shit, send us that shit.
Sweetest birthday. A guy I just met through some friends were celebrating his birthday, so I called him and I started singing the birthday song, Happy Birthday. He was so shocked and overjoyed and mentioned that I was the first one to ever greet him, whatever that meant. I ended up asking him out to dinner that night, and I felt like I shouldn't be alone on his birthday. I didn't actually get him anything, but the birthday song was the thing that really overtook him with joy. After that, the rest is history. Okay, great. Making lemonade. I was 15 when we decided to go to a Halloween haunted trail for fun. Well, the truck broke down a mile away from the trail and it started pouring. He got out and he tried to fix the truck with no success. We waited for an hour for his parents to come to bring us home. And in that hour, we swapped stories, played our favorite songs. He turned on the cool work light in the truck. We got home, we watched movies with some hot cocoa, and continued swapping stories, and we ended up getting married. There you go. All right.
Now, that was a cool story right up until the end.
Yeah, I know. That's how I felt.
What the hell were they thinking?
Magical big cats. This is what it says. We went to a big cat sanctuary. What kind of big cat? Like
Big
lions,
cats,
tigers? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, bears.
We went to a big cat sanctuary because he got invited when selling the owner of the sanctuary. Let's try that again. We went to a big cat sanctuary because he got invited when selling the owner of the sanctuary a gun. Okay, there we go. We both work there for an outdoor sports store next to the sanctuary. We went on a normal tour, but when they closed their gates, we went behind the scenes, helping put the tigers in their respected cages for the night. They're not called cages anymore, they're called enclosures. We got to witness the male lion doing the evening calls to the females, making sure that they were okay and ready to go in the night. And then we ended up buying the big cat sanctuary. Oh, how interesting is that?
That's my dream.
Love at first hug. I was running a little late. I was super nervous. When I walked into the bar, it was extremely crowded. I started to look around. I can't remember the panic setting in that he bailed on this date. Oh, it looks like they were okay. So it was a blind date, obviously, and they met at this bar. I finally saw him. He was waving at me. My nerves were still running a million miles a minute. But when I walked to him, he gave me the best hug I've ever had in my entire life. It was a quick hug. But all the nerves melted away, and I felt so instantly comfortable with him. After sitting down with him for a brief minute, he practically read my mind and said something along the lines, "I'm sorry, that was such a great hug. Can I hug you again? I was so excited to have met you." I called it love at first hug.
That was kind of creepy. That sounded like something Mike would say. I really like that hug. Can I have another one?
Sorry, I had my face buried in my phone.
Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Christmas in Manhattan. We met online and we were talking for a while when he finally asked me on a first date. Unfortunately, I was about to leave to visit my father in New York, but fortunately, he was about to leave for winter break before coming home. He was in college. So our first date was Christmas time in New York City, first time there. We had a lunch and then walked around the Museum of Modern Art. He took me to Juilliard's, where my brother went to school, and played a piece that he composed just for me on a piano in one of their practice rooms. We finished by having dinner at this beautiful candlelit Italian restaurant, and then shared a kiss in front of the giant tree at Rockefeller Center.
How are these worst first dates?
They're not. They're just
first dates.
They're just glorious first dates. Cool. I like it.
Shay had sent out a request on Facebook for some of these, and here's one of the ones that she got. This girl says, so I went to school with a kid till about 8th grade, had the biggest crush on him, and he moved right before high school. And I mean handsome. So for 5 years, so 4 or 5 years go by, we reconnect. He hits me up, I think on MySpace. Pictures still look the same as 8th grade. He's hot as hell. We chat for a couple of weeks. I ask him, hey, want to meet at Chili's in Dover, dinner on me, which is, I think, pretty cool of a chick to do. Needless to say, I'm sitting at the table, and in walks my date, check this out, dressed as a juggalo, or however you say it. And then she goes on to say, and I mean paint the whole 9 yards, like face paint.
ICP.
Sits at table, excuse me, so-and-so, hey, it's me, what do you think? Of course, I couldn't just up and leave dinner, was awkward, and I've never run so fast to my car. Not that I'm against juggalos, just wasn't expecting that. I mean, yo.
That was awesome.
If you're gonna, right? So I mean, like if you're gonna go on a first date with somebody, and I mean, hey, if you're down with ICP, you're down with ICP. That's cool. But you might just maybe want to give them a heads up, like, yo, I'm probably gonna be rocking like some Insane Clown Posse face paint.
Oh my God!
Words that come out of her mouth when he sits down.
Can you? I don't know.
What would you imagine?
I don't. I couldn't imagine.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is this?
right, exactly.
What were you thinking?
You're at the wrong fucking table, buddy.
Right.
Security.
So this is another one. It wasn't my ex high school sweetheart. We broke up. He cheated. He begged me to hang. Let's go out on my boat, watch the stars, and talk. Of course, he was my first everything. Oh, this was her first boyfriend. So I say yes. He picks me up. I step into this boat. It's plywood floors and not what I pictured. Anyway, halfway across the lake, the boat sinks. We get rescued by patrol. That right there, I knew it would never work. Yeah, probably.
That's a cool story, too.
Yeah.
There's a boat in that story.
Right, there's a boat.
Good story with a boat.
Yeah.
Good story
Going to
with
need a bigger boat.
I went on a date with this guy who seemed totally normal together for the first half of the date. Then he started talking about these flowers that he grows. He tells me about the flowers. He tells me about the secrets on how he grows these flowers and expand it in his mind and everything. And he would constantly go to the bathroom. Every time that he would go to the bathroom and come back, he would order a beer and everything, and it seems like he was always high. Took me a minute to realize that when what he was saying was that he was growing pot, and he grew massive amounts of the product and consumed massive quantities of it every day as well. And it was something that was part of his life. He just wanted to let me know. Then he forgot his wallet when the check came.
Of course he did.
Lovely.
That was the end of that story.
Yeah.
I met a girl for a blind date once. She didn't say a single word throughout dinner. Finished her meal and walked out. I then checked my phone, and there was a message from the girl that I was supposedly meeting saying that she couldn't make it. Who the hell did I just have dinner with?
Oh, my God. That's awesome. I got another one here. So I decided to go on a date with this dude who doesn't own a vehicle, who lives in Farmington. I'm in Saco. Drive all the way to pick him up. First thing he does is give me the shittiest hug of all time, all hard and stuff. Has me drive him to the liquor store where he buys $100 worth of liquor that he says is for later. He's rude to the cashier, drops the money on the counter, and is just passive towards her. Also something I never agreed to. We go to Brickfire Pizza, and he's rude as fuck to the waitress. He's rude as fuck to the waitress. He's consistently referring to his GF. And then she says, weird, I thought we were on a first date. He keeps saying that he would fuck a girl with hairy armpits, but he wouldn't dare her or date her. He would fuck a girl with hairy armpits, but he wouldn't date her. And I was and he was being rude about females the whole time. And then she goes on to say, oh, did I mention he was wearing a glass chain this whole time? A glass chain. At this point, I'm ready to be out. He has me stop at a grocery store to get mixers for these said drinks. We leave there, says he forgot to get his animals food, and has me stop at another store. I made my friend call me crying to leave early. He hit me up multiple times after that and then asked for my friend's number.
Oh, my God.
What an asshole. Holy shit.
Bethany from Manchester said she went on a blind date with a guy that was infatuated with bacon. So they decided to meet over at bonfires. Well, come to find out, when they met there was this strange guy that was